So the story of Under Armour, the rise and fall, is a pretty fascinating one. In 20 years, the company went from basically an idea in one guy's basement to the #2 sportswear company basically in the world. They were #2 behind Nike. Just an incredible rise. And today, like, things have totally changed. In just a few years, Under Armour is basically an afterthought, and the company's struggling, massive management turnover, and the stock getting pummeled. So Under Armour was started by an entrepreneur named Kevin Plank, and he had been a college athlete at the University of Maryland, and he noticed a personal problem that he had, which was cotton t-shirts were really crappy underneath all of your gear. They tended to fill with water and they just weren't comfortable. So he invented a product that was a compression fitting, moisture wicking t-shirt. And basically it was something that he wanted for his own needs. But it turns out other people wanted it too. And in the first year, he sold $17,000 worth of these shirts. And Kevin kept kind of grinding along, as a lot of early stage entrepreneurs do like this, until he got lucky a few years in. A movie called Any Given Sunday basically picked up his article of clothing and featured it. And overnight, that turned into $750,000 worth of sales for his fledgling brand. And fast forward to a decade later, the brand went public. It was doing over $400 million in sales. Just incredible growth in 10 years. And the momentum didn't stop there for Under Armour. They started to introduce new products. In 2006, they created a series of cleats, which were a huge hit. But at this point, it's where Under Armour started to make some missteps. And the very first of those was forgetting their identity. In this case, they decided, well, we're gonna be a technology company. And they started to acquire all these kind of tech-enabled products, MyFitnessPal, and all this other Map My Fitness. I can't even keep track of all of them because I don't use any of them, but they started to forget that they were an apparel and sportswear company and started to become this thing that, well, I guess was going to be a tech company. When they're struggling to get product out the door, they started to discount. So they started to put their products in places like TJ Maxx and Kohl's. Well, there's a problem with that. If you're a premium brand trying to sell premium stuff and you're trying to do it based on the image of cool, if your stuff starts to show up in TJ Maxx in mass, that's really bad for your brand perception. And Under Armour was a brand that was built totally on the perception of cool, with the old kind of protect this house kind of advertisements and the Steph Currys of the world thinking they were awesome.